Heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures are causing travel disruption and shutting schools across the country this morning as the wintry weather continues throughout rush hour. Roads across the UK have already seen a blanketing of snow, with police forces reporting treacherous driving conditions and blocked routes as the country is hit by Siberian air dubbed the Beast from the East. Highways England said the M20 in Kent had become blocked by a number of stranded lorries overnight, while the A249 was shut due to a crash. Meanwhile, shelves at an Asda in Gillingham, Kent, have been cleared of bread. Parts of Britain are forecast to feel as cold as 15°C, 5°F. Areas around Harrogate and Craven were also particularly treacherous, according to North Yorkshire Police. The Met Office said several centimetres of snow had fallen in some parts over the night, with 1 centimetre, 0.4 inches, in Kent by 5 a.m, and between 3 centimetres, 1.1 inches, and 4 centimetres, 1.6 inches, in Newcastle and Northumberland. The severe weather comes amid various reported issues on public transport, including there were contrasting emotions in Britain's households as some children were told their schools were closed and others were informed they would have to go in. At least 55 schools, including primaries and secondaries, have closed in Kent and at least 14 in Essex, as well as others in counties around the UK. Suffolk County Council's website crashed under the weight of people trying to access its school closure list. The closures create a headache for parents who have to scramble to arrange childcare or not go into work themselves. Paul Whiteman, the General Secretary of the National Association of Head Teachers, said schools should stay open if they possibly can, but safety concerns are the most important. If it's not safe for the school to be open, then it is fine to close. You have to take into consideration journeys at the beginning and the end of the day, as conditions may change whilst the school is open. It is important that staff and parents can get home at the end of the day as well. Heavy showers were continuing throughout the morning and are expected to cripple much of the country's travel network. Trains have also been affected by the snowfall, with cancellations and disruptions on lines across the country. Southeastern, which operates in Kent, has cancelled dozens of trains, including several to London St Pancras, London Victoria and Cannon Street. British Airways has cancelled several flights from Heathrow Airport, while EasyJet warned disruption to its flights was expected. This graphic shows how the Beast from the East is sweeping in from Russia, with cold air being drawn in from the Eurasian landmass that is bringing sub-zero temperatures and snow to Britain and many other countries in mainland Europe. School closures were also likely. Police forces across the UK have reported a number of crashes on the roads as driving conditions worsen. Lincolnshire Police tweeted that they were already dealing with 5 collisions by 6:30 a.m. this morning and said roads were particularly hazardous. Merseyside Police urged people to take care while driving and said the force had received reports of a crash on the M62 just before Junction 5. And the North West Motorway Police tweeted that it was on the scene of a crash on the M6 eastbound at Junction 5 after a car span across all 3 lanes and hit a tree. Amber warnings for snow are in place for the southeast and northeast of England and the East Midlands until midday, while a yellow warning covering much of the country is in force until midnight. Forecasters are predicting 5 centimeters, 2 inches, to 10 centimeters, 4 inches, of snow will fall for most areas of the UK, with up to 40 centimeters, 15 inches, possible for higher grounds in Scotland. Met Office meteorologist Emma Silito said, during the rush hour there will still be some really heavy showers around, making their way towards London. There will also be further disruption throughout the day as these showers become widespread across the country. Temperatures plummeted to 5°C, 23°F, in the capital overnight, and the mercury will struggle to get much above freezing during the day. Conditions are not likely to improve for several days, with forecasters warning that snow will continue well into the week. Met Office forecaster Marco Patagna said there would be some quite treacherous driving conditions due to the snow, as many make their way into work. Most people will have to travel, but if you don't have to travel it is best to try to avoid, if you can within those amber warnings, he said. Mr. Patagna said daytime temperatures would struggle to get above freezing across many areas. Add on the effect of that wind, and the wind is going to pick up come Wednesday, so it is going to start to feel even colder still, he added. Many local authorities said they were ready to react to the adverse conditions, with Kent County Council even stating all resources would be focused on keeping highways clear. Network Rail revealed it would also be putting heaters and NASA-grade insulation onto points on the tracks in a bid to prevent ice forming overnight. The NHS could also struggle to cope with the extra strain caused by the wintry weather, doctors have warned, and people have been encouraged to check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors. The public have also been asked to look out for the homeless and report anyone sleeping rough in the freezing conditions to their local council. An amber snow warning is in place for the northeast of England and Scotland from 6 a.m. tomorrow to 12 p.m. on Thursday, with up to 40 centimeters (15 inches) of snow expected to fall during that period. Forecaster Frank Saunders said parts of the country could see their coldest spell of weather since at least 2013 and possibly since 1991. It is expected that the mercury could plummet to 15°C, 5°F, by midweek where there is snow on the ground, rivaling temperatures forecast for parts of northern Norway and Iceland. From Thursday, forecasters predict that another weather system, Storm Emma, will bring blizzards, gales and sleet as it meets the chilly beast from the east later this week. The storm, named by the Portuguese Met Service, will move north through Europe and is due to hit the UK on Thursday and Friday and will be significantly disruptive, bringing the risk of power cuts and transport delays. Have you taken any pictures of the snow in Britain today? Please email them to pictures@mailinline.